Hello and welcome back. I am Johnny Roadkill. Welcome to the Next Level Podcast. We here looking at another duty stream video. This will be a lot shorter. Of course, about DSP because DSP gives the great content and the easiest content out there for commentary and for conversations. This video I'm gonna call Spoon Fed, and the reason why is because Spoons is one of DSP's mods, and DSP got pretty upset with him. Let's check out the video. If you're new to this channel, hit that like button and subscribe.
I was too loud, guys.
I gotta feel in trouble.
I'm sorry. My wife wants to go to sleep. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, so answered your question there. Here's the truth. I don't have a lot going on this morning to talk about. So what I'd like to do is just open up the chat to Q&A. I'll say one quick thing.
So here's the funny thing. It's about Phil and his podcast or his morning show, which is exactly the same thing. They're exactly the same. It's the same format. He never has a lot to say. He never has talking points. He says a few things here or there, and then that's it. And then he expects the chat, the live chat, to ask him questions. Anything you guys want to talk about? Because I ran out of things to say, guys. Guys, come on. I am not prepared. I am not ever prepared. So just please ask me questions. If not, we're going to be sitting here with dead air. That's exactly what his morning show podcast is about.
About the Kick Chat. All right, so here's the deal with Kick Chat. And by the way, everyone who's spamming is about to get timed out. So as you guys know, my biggest restreamer on YouTube got banned from YouTube about a week and a half ago. Since then, people who troll me are very upset. They're constantly misbehaving. They're going crazy in the various chats, etc. The problem was, two of my moderators on Kick basically got unmodded and banned because they joined in this bandwagon last week when the restreamer got banned. Okay?
You know what I wonder? It looks like he's reading, right? It almost looks like he's reading. It almost looks like he has a script ready to say what he wants to say about these individuals. Now, he had one moderator that got banned on Kick because he pretty much unbanned a whole bunch of people that Phil banned. Now, this second moderator on Kick, which is Spoons, we're going to get into that. Let's listen to it. But it almost looks like he's reading, right?
So I said, that's it. You're not mods anymore. And they got, removed, and they're not there anymore. So basically, I've had no moderators at all for a week, and the Kick Chat has been completely out of control, and everyone knows it. You go to the Kick Chat, it's like, oh, my God. It's moving a mile a minute. You got people spamming. You got people saying disgusting, harmful things constantly.
Saying disgusting, harmful. He calls people retarded. He calls people other names I'm not going to repeat. This video, I think he does curse, and if he does curse, we're going to take those out either by bleeping it out or just silencing the moment he curses. That's what he does. But he calls them disgusting. Let's keep going.
But I'm not going to be able to control it. I can't moderate it myself when I'm streaming. So I just ignored it, right? So 2 days ago or 3 days ago, Spoons, who you guys remember, is the guy who actually suggested the stuff about Pokemon trading cards to begin with months ago. He was the one who said, hey, you can get it from this site and stuff like that. He emailed me and said, hey, I'd like to offer my services as a moderator. I know that you're not looking for over moderation or whatever, but you have none now, and it would be great to at least have me in there to stop spam and the harmful stuff when it happens, and I said, that's great, and understand, I know right now it's really bad, but just stop the massive spam, just do some basic moderation, set up some polls, stuff like that. That would be good stuff for the chat right now.
So let me tell you what for those that don't know what a mod or moderator is on either Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and I know a lot of you know, you guys are not dumb, but for those that are new and don't really know what a moderator is, pretty much a moderator watches the chat. They help the streamer out because while the streamer is either talking or the streamer is playing a video game, they can't really look at the chat and see who is commenting something very derogatory, something racist, something that is not allowed on the channel. So the moderator is the one that gives like warnings, like, hey, you can't say that, you're getting a warning. You say it again, you're going to be timed out. Eventually, if you keep going on, you're going to be completely banned. That's what a moderator does. They control the chat in a sense of like protecting it. And the moderators are there not just to protect themselves, they're there to protect specifically the viewer and the streamer. But the viewers come first when it comes to protection in the chat. That's what a moderator does. And yes, they could create polls if they have permission and other things like that. I have moderators. There are some moderators that can be paid, especially if there's a streamer that makes a lot of money. He says he makes a lot of money, but he does not pay his moderators. I have moderators on my other channel. Go check it out, Johnny Roadkill, my gaming channel. But it's a voluntary basis for them because I don't make a lot of money. Like if I was making money like Asmongold, you best believe my moderators would be getting paid. But let's continue on.
Great. Okay. So he did it for like 2 days. The first day, he did a good job. He was doing polling and stuff. People liked it. People were using their channel points or whatever, and it was fun. And then yesterday, I think it was only the second day that he was a mod. It could have been his third, but I think it was like his second day as a mod. So we're doing Friday Night Fights, right? The entire chat as I'm playing fighting games is insanely toxic on Kick. It's disgusting, vile insults, horrible things are being said, and the chat is flying mile a minute with trolling.
But yet, it's disgusting, vile things being said. That's where most of it is at in Kick. It's not mostly in YouTube. As you can see, he has 1,681 watching. Well, that's how it appears. He's being viewed by someone, and he admits it. He says it's not him. We're just gonna go with that. He says it's not him. We'll just say it's not him. And he says he doesn't want it. He actually has like maybe 250, maybe I'll give him 400 viewers. But as you can see, this is the Kick chat back down here. As you can see, it's moving pretty fast, and people say pretty mean things. This guy's saying something nice, but when you see this YouTube chat, it hardly moves. No one comments in here. It just pretty much is. Some people, you do have some trolls here and there, because most of the people were in Rawfield's chat. Rawfield's chat was booming and scrolling fast. His chat is slow like molasses.
He's just sitting there doing nothing. Literally, and I'm looking because I'm thinking, is he not there? No, he's there. It shows he's been sitting in chat the whole time. He didn't moderate at all.
Here's the thing that he doesn't understand either. Moderating and mods are voluntary. My mods are either working while watching my channel, or they're busy, or whatever the case may be. The guy volunteered, yes, but he also probably has a life. What if he got distracted with, like, what if he has a little boy or a little girl, or he has a wife, or what if he has a sick mother that he's taking care of? What if he's actually working? What if he's actually at a place working? But yet you have here this old man complaining about it. What are you complaining about? Just let them say whatever they want on Kick. He's legit just sitting there complaining about it and then stop streaming on Kick. But he won't, because he gets paid by the hour. He's part of their Kick program, the partner program, and they get paid by the hour. So he continues on complaining.
He just ignored it all, which is the whole point of me moderating him. Like, there was no reason for me to make him a mod if he was just going to sit there and not moderate at all. All right? So I spoke up and I said, Spoons, why are you not moderating? Like, you can see how bad the chat is right now. This was the point of making you the mod, that you could moderate chat and stop and shut it down when it gets crazy. Because right now it's absolutely insane. Like, no one could rationally talk in the chat last night because the trolls were there so bad spamming, right?
You know, the funny thing is that the trolls were there spamming, but he could put an actual bot. I believe they have something called Botrix, and that actually helps with the spamming. So I don't know if he has that set up on there. I have no idea. But if you set up something like a Botrix, you could say no spamming. If the trolls are spamming a lot, and you could put a limit, it'll time those people out or remove those people. But he's too lazy to do those things.
So then I go back to playing, and I go back, oh, he got upset and he left. Huh? You contacted me to be a moderator. You know what it means to be a moderator. I wasn't asking for you to lock down the chat. It was very simple. Just stop the spamming. Because, again, it was just nonstop copy-paste spamming of toxic stuff. He didn't do any moderation. I simply said, hey, I made you a moderator for a reason. Please moderate. He got upset and left. Well, sorry, then don't ask to be a moderator if you're not going to moderate. We already didn't have a moderator for like a week. I was just letting the chat roll. If you want to be a moderator, be a moderator. If you don't. But there's no in between where you magically get mod powers, but then you don't use them or you selectively use them. You either are or you're not.
Hey, that's the thing. Yes, I'll give it to Phil. Phil did not ask Spoons to become, at least according to him, he did not ask Spoons on the side to become a mod. He did not ask him, according to what Phil says. Now let's go with that. But again, if Spoons volunteered to be a mod, maybe Spoons got busy that day. Again, this is what things that Phil doesn't think about. He thinks that the moment you're going to do something free for him, and like a job, similar to like a job as a mod, he expects you to do it, no ifs, ands, or buts. Stop what you're doing. Stop feeding your kid. Stop breastfeeding your kid. Stop changing the diaper of your child. If that's what you're doing, if that's what Spoons was doing, and he expects you just to cater to him and his pamper behind sitting there. That's what he expects. Nothing less than that. Everything comes second the moment he goes live. And that's why he's upset. So supposedly Spoons left, and I mean, do you blame Spoons? He's getting insulted. What Phil is doing right now, he is legit creating another detractor. We are witnessing a detractor being born through Spoons, if Spoons goes in that direction, because of the way Phil talks to him and says things about him. Live on chat, he just blasts him out on chat like that. There's times where my moderators sometimes can't make it. There's some that I have, and I appreciate my moderators on my other channel. I appreciate them so much. But they work, they have lives. And even if they're not working and they're sleeping, that's okay too, because that's more important than the live streams. More important than live streams. I have one moderator that fell asleep at night, but guess what? They had a long day of work. Or in the morning, they weren't feeling well. It's okay. And then sometimes they come back, oh, I'm so sorry, I've been asleep this whole time. Like, it's all right. We're not taking attendance here. I'm not paying you for this. This is voluntary. You come in and when you can. You know who is responsible for the chat? The streamer. Especially if you're not paying your mods, the streamer has to be responsible for the chat.
So that's all that happened. Kick Chat is acting like I sat here and I lectured the guy for an hour and I yelled at him and I was mean to him. None of that happened. I didn't ban him. I didn't even demod him. He just left of his own accord, and everyone decided to be bitch and hissy fit about it like I did something wrong. I didn't. If you think I did, okay.
You see, and then he wonders why people don't like him. He does not comprehend why people don't like him. I was watching a 3-year-old video on side scrollers, and they had RTU USA, whatever his name is, Review Tech RTU, whatever his name is. Anyway, he made a comment in there that was very, very. I like. There was a comment he made about how he says he's not self-aware of himself. So he's not self-aware of what he says on stream. He's not self-aware of the nonsense that he says on streams. And look, he's just cursing at him right now, and cursing at the viewers. Like, really?
Hey, off. Because he asked to be a mod, he decided not to mod. That's his fault. I have the right to say, hey, I made you a mod, are you going to do it or not? And he didn't answer, said he just left. So if you got a problem with that, you leave. I don't want you in my chat. Period.
See? And he wonders why he is the loneliest man on the internet. Nobody likes him. He is legit a car crash that we cannot turn away, because he gives great content to people like me that give talking points. Now, I am not a detractor. I am not a duty streams. I am not a toxicity. I keep forgetting her name. I am not one of them, but it's toxic something. Go check her out. We're going to be using one of her videos because I like her talking points. I am not one of them. I'm an observer, and I'm what they call a normie. But I do agree with these detractors, and a lot of the comments that they make, the ones that do comment, are right. He turns some of his viewers that he likes into his own enemies, but he does it all by himself.
Don't care who you are. If you have an issue with someone being matter-of-fact fair with someone, I don't want you in the chat. You're a loser. Okay? Leave right now. I mean it. Just go away. Don't come back to the kick chat. No one wants you here, especially me. Okay. So there's that. That's that. And that's all I'm saying about it, because that's literally what happened. I'm not going to sit here and act like I did something wrong when I didn't. It was you can watch the stream back. It's like a moment where I'm like, hey, Spoons, are you going to moderate? The chat's going crazy. You're not doing anything. And then I went right back to playing games. That was it. And then everyone's like, oh, let's crucify Phil. You're a loser. No one cares. No one cares about your dumb opinion. You're just a troll. You were trolling anyway. I know you don't like me. Off. You're irrelevant. Bye-bye.
Amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. Amazing. A lot of the cursing will be bleeped out. Amazing how he is. Look at the comments in the chat. You need to learn from Ice Poseidon. I don't know who that is. That might be another, maybe another content creator. He says you need to hire mods who have absolutely no life and no job. No. A lot of mods that are able to mod all day, because he streams at least 4 to 5 hours in a day. So if you need a moderator on there, you need to hire someone and pay them to sit there for 4 to 5 hours with you watching the chat. But they can't do that for free for that long. Again, I only stream for about an hour and a half to 2 hours in the mornings on my other channel, gaming channel, my Johnny Roco gaming channel, shameless plug. Go right ahead, it'll be in the description below. Get a subscription to that too. The problem with him is that he expects them to sit there with him while he's streaming, but he's not paying them. My mods are there watching in the background, lurking, but some of them are working. Some of them are taking care of family. Some of them are even sick. And they like, oh, I'm not feeling so well. Like, don't worry about it. We got this. But he is responsible for moderation on his chat, not his actual mods. And he doesn't have that many mods.
More than likely, if Spoons isn't going to be around, okay, it wasn't his first day. He had been around for 2-3 days, Felipe Baxter. You're a liar. If Spoons isn't going to be around, it's not a big deal. All right? I like the guy, personally. I think that he's a positive contributor to the kick chat.
He likes the guy personally, but he just cursed him out, called him a loser, get out of my chat, I don't want you here. Those are the words he used. He likes the guy, but he called him all these names. Do you see how he contradicts himself?
Know why he reacted like that unless he was fishing for drama, which it seems like he is, which is not a surprise because it's the kick chat. It's always fishing for drama, but it's not a big deal. If the kick chat's unruly again, I guess it is. I just ignore it.
So if it's not a big deal, why are you talking about this? If it's not a big deal, why are you saying this to him? If it's not a big deal, what does it matter? And first of all, you have one moderator there. How do you expect the moderator to deal with all this all at once? He can only do what he can. Maybe he got a little nervous. He's like, my goodness, this is a lot to handle. Maybe he took on more than he can handle. Who knows? But again, I'm gonna shoot it to, he probably was busy. The man probably has a life, and the man, Spoons, probably was working, or maybe he was taking care of his kids or something. Or maybe something distracted him. Maybe he was in the bathroom. Maybe he's at the hospital. What if he ended up at the hospital? But you got this old man with Pampers saying these horrible things about Spoons and saying that he likes the guy. But yeah, he called him a loser. He should get out of the chat.
If I need to take care of it, I will myself, but I guess I'll just have to ignore it for now. And so once again, we're back to the Wild West on Kick, just so everybody knows, okay? Okay.
More dead air. More dead air. More dead air. This is what he does. I'm starting to think, if you really observe him, I think he probably has like a little script of what he wants to say, and maybe he's going through his notes. That's why there's dead air. The problem with Phil is that he needs to have those notes ready. He needs to have it set up like, okay, I don't want to talk about these topics anymore. Let's just delete those and put the next topic that I want to talk about. But I think he has the whole list of topics and he's just scrolling on what he wants to talk about. Let's see if my observation is correct. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But it looks like he's just scrolling, or either maybe he's reading the chat. I'm really not sure. Or he could just be looking at himself.
Okay. Yeah, for the record, I like Spoon. I think he's a good guy. I
For the record, I think he's a good guy, but he's a loser, so he's got to get out of my chat.
don't know why he reacted like that. Again, it was completely weird and out of character that I simply say, hey, are you going to moderate? And then he freaks out and leaves. It's like, oh, so I guess you're really upset that I just literally asked you to do what you asked to do. Like, you asked to be a moderator.
So this is just another video of Phil. Phil has created probably another detractor or someone that won't be able to stand him or anything like that. And he just contradicts himself. He says these things about him. He says he's a loser. Get out of my chat. I don't know why he's not there moderating. He wanted to be a moderator and I made him a chat. But for the record, I like the guy. This is why Phil is insufferable. This is why no one likes him or wants to be around Phil. And this is why he says that anyone that associates himself with him, that the detractors will go find them and harass them, or the trolls will go find them and harass those individuals. I don't think you should be harassing anyone. Detractors don't harass anyone, in my opinion, especially the detractors that make video about Phil. They don't agree with harassment. They even say it in their channel. You shouldn't even harass Phil. Like, you should not physically go to Phil and harass him. And you shouldn't. You should not do that to him or to anyone. But he's just so insufferable. Anyway, we're going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hit that like button, subscribe. We'll be posting more videos out of him. I am going to be doing other videos like this, but of other topics as well. But the main topic will be DSP, because he gives the best content, in my opinion, especially to podcasters or commentators or reactioners like myself in this channel. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you Duty Streams for providing another wonderful video. His video will always be in the description below, and any video that I reference will always be in the description below as a credit to them for their video. So when it's in the description, in my description, that means go follow them as well. I'll catch you guys later.